Isaac. You know, these 20 years have definitely had an effect on him. And like I said before, we don't know his story. But that one I can relate just a little bit to in a personal way. I'll never forget, it was New Year's Eve of 1993. I was halfway through my mission when I got a phone call. Actually, it was a knock on the door from our branch president down there in Brazil saying, "You've got to come to my house and call your mission president." That gets you kind of nervous. Yep. So I go to his house, call the mission president. He says, "Elder Griffin, you need to call your mom. Your father's in the hospital. Something's happened." So I made this long-distance call. It was this scary situation for me. My mom told me that my dad had suffered a massive stroke and the doctors didn't think he was going to survive. Well, my dad did survive. And when I got home a year later, I came home to a slightly different father than the one that I had left. The stroke changed him. And he kept telling me over and over and over again that he had prayed and pled with God to take him because he was in so much pain and he had lost the use of the right side of his body and he felt useless. He couldn't think as clearly. He couldn't speak as clearly. He couldn't use his hand to eat or to write. He had to relearn everything with his left. He was miserable. He just wanted to move to the next life. My father didn't pass away until 2013, 20 full years later. I can kind of see some of the timing here and watching my dad in that phase of feeling like I just want to move on, but he couldn't. And I often wondered, why is God doing this to him? Why isn't he granting this gift? And I realized about halfway through that process that this wasn't just about what God was doing to continue to shape my dad. This situation was providing opportunities for all of us to be shaped and to learn some things about God, about ourselves, and about my father in the process of this long, difficult journey. So I just share that experience, that personal experience, because for some of you, you're going through struggles and trials in life that maybe have gone way longer than you think they should. And rather than shaking our fist in frustration at heaven, I think if Jacob were here, he might just use his name to counsel us as we close this episode, is to say, I thought I had everything figured out too, but I didn't. But let God prevail. Just trust God.